Hi, I'm Allison Senefonte, Director of Alliance Relations here at Alliance Defending Freedom, and I'm joined by Ann O'Connor and Tom Glessner, both with NIFLA. Tom is the president of NIFLA, and Ann is the VP of Legal Affairs. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you.
So we're here because today we were at the March for Life. We just marched with thousands of amazing, amazing pro-lifers from across the country. And, as we were marching, we saw a lot of signs. People talking about regretting their abortions or just celebrating life. And the theme of the march was Love Saves Lives. And to just paint an analogy of what NIFLA is facing, the organization that you guys are part of and leading, we are talking internally about what if the March for Lifers were asked to hold signs that promoted abortion. Mm-hmm. No one would say that that's reasonable or rational to have to promote that message.
Mandated, not asked.
Or even mandated. Actually, that's an even better analogy.
Yeah.
So let's take a second and tell everyone here, what is NIFLA, the work that you guys are doing, and the case that's going to be before the Supreme Court. So we'll start. Tell us, Tom, what is NIFLA and its mission in society?
Well, NIFLA stands for the National Institute of Family and Life Advocates. We are a legal networking organization that represents the interests of almost 1,500 pro-life pregnancy centers across the country. Of those, almost 1,200 are medical clinics providing ultrasound and other medical services. NIFLA was founded same year that ADF was, by the way, and we were founded to provide legal services and help because pregnancy centers were under such assault by the other side. Well, 25 years later, that assault hasn't stopped.
And what is a pregnancy center, for those that don't know?
Okay, a pro-life pregnancy center provides alternatives to abortion. To a mother who is considering abortion, the pro-life pregnancy center will give her services that empower her to choose life. The medical clinics will specifically give her a medical diagnosis of pregnancy, because when a woman who thinks she's pregnant and is panicked, doesn't know what to do, the first question that's got to be answered is, am I pregnant? Well, that means there has to be a medical diagnosis. And so the ones that are medical clinics can give her a medical diagnosis, and through the use of ultrasound, they can open the window to the womb, and that young mother will see her baby. And our stats show that 90% of them will choose life if they have that experience.
Wow. So after this diagnosis is made, this medical diagnosis of pregnancy, then what does the pregnancy center do to be with this woman at this time?
So the pregnancy centers really offer a safe space for them to come and process this. Okay, your pregnancy is confirmed. Now what? Where are you at in your life? Going to an abortion clinic, they're going to get one answer, and that's because the abortion clinic has a financial interest. So they're pushing that course. At our place, we have no financial interest in her choice. We do care about what she chooses. But
Are you even charging for these services?
Everything is completely free. And what we find is women, if you give them all the information about all their choices, they make an informed decision because you know what? We're smart. And often when they have all the information, they choose life because it's reasonable.
So they choose life, and the pregnancy center, what resources do you provide to these women?
They have continued medical services in some places. Prenatal vitamins are always given to the first-time mom because it's the first thing she can do to take care of her baby. There's continuing parenting courses, father's courses. There's maternity clothes, baby clothes. They usually follow the woman through a year or two with all those kind of needs, diapers, formula, anything that the woman needs.
And referrals for legal care. Sometimes they'll need to take legal action for child support, those types of things. Referrals for adoption, if they're considering that. Referrals for further medical care.
That's great. That's great. Now, you guys are based out of California, and recently the state of California has made a decision that will affect your work. Talk to us a little bit about what happened in this situation where the state of California specifically targeted these pro-life pregnancy centers you just mentioned.
Well, first of all, we're based out of Virginia.
Okay.
We're a national network. We have 1,500 centers nationwide. We have 135 in California. The state of California in 2015 passed a law that mandates pro-life pregnancy centers post a sign in their waiting area that provides information to a client or a patient on how to obtain a state-funded abortion. And failure to comply with that law could result in the levying of fines and penalties that would eventually close the centers down if they had to pay them. So they're forcing them to promote abortion, and I've even come to the point that they're really forcing them to fundraise for the abortion clinics, because by giving them information on how to get a free state-funded abortion, we're just promoting that program, and the abortion clinics get some money. Thank you very much. You know?
Tell us more about this disclaimer. What does it look like? Where does it need to be?
So there's two different kinds of disclaimers. The first targets the licensed medical clinics, and they have to post a sign in their waiting room that says you might be eligible for state-free sponsored abortion, contraceptives. Call this phone number. And it has to be in a specific size, and it has to be in all the languages that the county is serviced by social services. And in some places, like in LA County, that's 13 languages.
Wow.
So pretty much would, wallpaper the wall. Right when a girl who's in a crisis, who has everyone else telling her, get an abortion, comes into what she thinks is a safe place, and then this message is bombarded at her. For the non-licensed medical centers, the normal pregnancy centers who don't do medical services, they have to put not only in their waiting room, but also on all their advertising, a disclaimer that's 29 words long, and it says, we are not a licensed medical facility. We don't have medical people here overseeing any medical services, advertising everything they don't do. And this law is specifically targeted just to pro-life centers. Planned Parenthood doesn't have to list everything they don't do.
Right. That was my next question. So surely if they're asking pregnancy centers to do this, are they asking others to do the same?
Actually, at the same time this law was going through the Assembly and the Senate in California, a pro-life legislator introduced a law that would have required a sign be put in Planned Parenthood that says, if you would like help with your pregnancy, referrals for adoption, call this number. It would have been tat for tat.
Fair.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we are so honored at Alliance Defending Freedom to get to walk with you in this. This case will now be heard by the United States Supreme Court this spring. And so you think something this egregious, where pro-life pregnancy centers are being asked to promote the abortion industry, who already has their own marketing budget and their own agenda themselves, that it would go this far. So as we head to the Supreme Court, I think it was a beautiful image seeing these pro-lifers march from 12th and Constitution to the Supreme Court. We will do the same, ADF and NIFLA together, marching to the Supreme Court together. Are there ways that people can stay plugged in and involved with this case?
Well, NIFLA, NIFLA.org, be prepared to find out this information as soon as we get it. When we get the date of argument, we are launching a continuous 24-hour prayer campaign that's going to cover all the days through the date of argument. We did this in the past, and the calendars fill up real fast. Pregnancy Center will take one day, and they'll be responsible for organizing 24-hour prayer that day. But so I would like all the people watching and listening to consider that, and then go to nifla.org. They just watch it. It'll go up immediately on the website when we get the date. And I know ADF will probably be talking about that too.
Yeah.
So,
We've been promoting a website titled GiveFreeSpeechLife.org. And on there, you can find out the date, you can stay involved, be a part of this campaign. So
maybe we should link the prayer calendar with that. That would be a great idea.
We should do that. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for your just bravery and commitment to life and the lives that you're going to impact through this case.
Thank you.
We'll walk with you in it. So stay tuned to Alliance Defending Freedom. Follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and again, check out GiveFreeSpeechLife.org to get involved with NIFLA.